Welcome everybody. It's Wednesday night and we're here to talk about all things World Powerhouse Wrestling. Your hosts, executive producer Jason Halbert, World Powerhouse Wrestling head referee Sherman Tank. This is Shane Jones and we're bringing to you Beyond the Curtain.
Well, we have got to work on a better little smooth transition from that to here we are, you know? Can we get someone to work on that? Where's Kyle the intern?
Kyle the intern quit. Remember, the new intern is WAPO.
Damn it. All right, it's never going to happen then.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We're missing somebody.
We are, thank God. Well, first off, hold on. Before we get into that, let's introduce, for those of you that don't know me, I am, as the intro said, the one, the only, the voice of WPW, the executive director of this show, Jason Halbert. There we go. Yes. I still have my in-studio audience.
Still there, still trapped.
Well, trapped, I mean, that's such an ugly word.
Captive
That's such
audience.
an ugly word. Yes, captive. I like that one. That's better. It's not necessarily trapped. Joined by, well, for now, I guess.
Oh, no, hold on.
What? Damn it!
Yeah.
I was really, really hoping I was going to have a nice night and not have to see his ugly mug.
Guess what?
What?
Daddy's home.
Oh, Jesus. All right, well, I guess joined by, head referee, because there's no one else to really do it. At the time, there wasn't. Thank God.
Sherman Tank, baby.
Got the job by default.
Hey.
We didn't have anyone else, so. And I know this because I made the
Hey.
yeah. And the third leg of the tripod.
That's you, dude.
Yeah,
That's
third
me.
leg of the
Good
tripod.
Lord. Come on, man.
He never tells me whether he's going to introduce me or I have to introduce myself.
And we've been doing it the same way.
Always
for
lead up to
4 weeks.
something.
Yeah, like, come on.
The world's
I know.
ugliest referee. He knows, hey, Sherman Tank.
Board
Oh,
operator
two of
Shane
us.
Jones.
Oh, why? You sound so sad.
Change it up a
Hey,
little
they
bit.
like me.
The crowd likes you tonight.
They like me.
Yeah. Hey, put your top back on. Maybe that's what they're.
I gave him hope of getting out of the basement.
He was like
Anyway.
King Savior.
So, glad you could finally join us.
Oh my God, that was this has been a weekend, y'all. Like, I left Friday night. Like, I don't even know what day it is. I left Friday night.
Wednesday, because we do the show every
It is,
Wednesday.
yeah, it is Wednesday.
Dummy.
I left Friday night
Wednesdays at
from
8:30.
Wednesday 8:30. Facebook and Twitch and YouTube. Ta-da! Good plug. I left Friday night at 8:30, I think it was, to drive 16 hours to Savannah, Georgia. Got there at
Why?
1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. My mom moved back to Missouri.
I'm sorry.
No. Actually, it's been good. It's actually been really good.
I mean, for her, she has to see her ugly mug more often.
She's staying here. So
Oh, damn.
yeah, right. So I loaded a U-Haul more or less by myself, because she can't, and loaded it up, and then drove a U-Haul back with a car attached on a dolly. Left there Sunday afternoon at 5 to get back to my house at noon, almost noon on Monday, and unload the U-Haul Monday, sleep, go to the dentist Monday, sleep, wake up, unload the rest of the U-Haul yesterday. That is the last 4 days in a nutshell. Holy hell. Yeah, Jesus Christ. It's yeah, right? Like, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, wow, you're an idiot.
Well, I mean, that may be accurate, but I told her I'd help. We got the days arranged.
And
got
you
everything
didn't
organized.
think to, find backup to help you with this?
Well, so the original idea was to fly. The original idea was to fly out on Sunday. Well, what we didn't realize
But
was
his arms got tired.
yeah, too much weight. I put on some COVID pounds. It's okay. No, I literally went to fly out on Sunday. The flight was supposed to leave at 6 a.m. Had to be at the airport at 4 in the morning. And everyone I called, and the only reason I didn't call you, Jason, was literally because I didn't think you'd want to get up that early.
Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday. What the hell did I do Sunday?
3:00 in the morning. I called 5 people.
Oh, don't act like you're gonna help.
Yeah,
You know, I would have driven them to the airport.
no, and you might have.
I may not have even been in bed by 3 a.m. on Saturday night.
So we literally
Going out with PYT.
Yeah, that's probably what
I
he
mean,
was doing.
Potentially.
Trying to smudge his way into another contract.
3 in the, so you couldn't
Anywhere to go out now.
So you couldn't get to the airport, so you decided that you had to drive.
So she canceled the flight,
Ugh.
got her money back, and I drove because I knew if I would have left Sunday as it was intended, I probably would still be unloading the U-Haul today. So I actually got a jump start, which worked out in my favor.
Well,
we're glad to have you on here with us, Tank.
Yeah, that was
glad?
yeah. Well,
That's such a strong word.
one of us is this guy.
Yeah.
It's backwards.
I know, right? So, but anyway, wow, that's very interesting.
It's a triangle. Yeah. Ta-da!
Don't talk like that. It's a PG show.
No, if he would have said it, wait, PG.
No. You can do that afterwards. You can come.
All right. Well, Tank. Normally, I'd be like telling you to shut up, to move on, so we could do some WPW news. But you know what?
We don't have
any.
No.
There isn't any. COVID shut the world down. Everything's on pause. Everything's on standstill.
Wait, we had a TV taping back in November. Oh no!
No, we got in the way of that.
We've got one.
John's asking us, when will WPW be starting back up again? That is
when you can go out in public and cough, and everyone doesn't turn and look like they want to murder you.
Yeah. That's the best part of this whole gig. I just throwing that out there.
Oh yeah, if I'm at the store or something, I'm wearing my mask. It doesn't matter if I'm at the store and I'm getting crowded. I will cough like crazy, and people will scatter.
You have a reason to scream at people to back up 6 feet now.
What's awesome, though?
I don't like people to begin with, so yeah.
Well, if you sneeze really loud and yell "Rona" at the top of your lungs,
I have the Rona.
Exactly. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
Rona sneeze. I wish there was more WPW news. We do too, Michael.
Yeah. Well, you know,
why don't you scroll back and pull some of those up now that we're not in the middle of a story, and then we can actually acknowledge the people that tune in and watch the show.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what a good board operator would do for us. Hey, Michael. Hey,
Michael.
News update.
Yes.
Apparently, he's out of the hospital and he's feeling better.
That's awesome. So I was actually gonna.
Howdy, all. It's me, the only fair and unbiased referee at WPW, Michael Lilly. Hey, he is true. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I think that's debatable. But
that is totally debatable.
You are a master debater. Jason Heath booing for Kyle. I like that. Or for Tank. I thought Kyle the intern got fired. Yes, I forgot he got fired.
God, you suck.
Well, Tank is here.
Yeah, through here.
What else we got?
Not a whole lot here.
Okay, I know you were throwing them up there, and we couldn't actually acknowledge them because we were actually talking.
Because Kyle Kyle the intern that guy just.
He blows.
It was so bad. I'm glad he out of here. I'm so glad to have WAPO with us now.
I am not glad about that one. I'm still trying to figure out how that one got past me.
But see, you're the executive director. That doesn't mean you always sign the contract now.
I'm in charge of this show, so let's see here. Tank should have stayed in Georgia. I forgot I could click this thing and see all the comments myself, too.
Wait, how do you do that? Can I do that?
No news. Beckham vs. the Butcher is all you need to talk about. Whatever it takes to book that should be the focus. Well, that could be something to talk about in the near future.
Yeah. Joe Turpinning is on.
How do you pronounce his last name?
I don't know.
Turpinning?
I just make it up.
I feel like it's turpentine.
I'm out, thank God. Still got some recovery to do. Felt like 25 Sherman tanks on your chest. Good Lord.
Oh, damn.
That's a lot. That's a lot of
fat,
man. That's a lot of dude.
We do have a little bit of WPW related news.
We do.
Yes, hold on. One of the members of our locker room, young lady that's shown a lot of promise and a lot of potential. Wait.
Oh God.
Shane Jones with late breaking news from WPW.
Breaking news.
Anyway, okay, now you may continue.
Now I may continue. Anyway,
Jesus.
One of the WPW wrestlers, Katie Dream, has announced her retirement from wrestling. Apparently, she's got some issues that she has to recover from, and has decided to step away from the ring. And we wish her the absolute best.
Yes, it was fun getting to watch her.
Evolve.
progress and get better and evolve from
Absolutely.
what she was. I don't even remember when the first time I saw her wrestle. What, 3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And then at our last show, she kicked the crap out of Captain COVID.
Where's
So
that dump button at? I need one of
we'll
those.
edit it in post.
We'll let it in post. Yeah. Okay, we'll do it live.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first S-bomb on the show.
It only
anyway.
took us 6 episodes. Holy
I know.
crap.
We've been doing this. Is our 6th episode.
6 episodes.
Oh my god, we still are. You're still terrible.
Horrible.
Tank.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey.
good. I mean, I'm good. Shane's pretty decent, but you're just terrible. Anyway, anyway,
People pay to see me.
back to her. Yes, unfortunately, we won't be able to see her wrestle anymore. But hey, she needs to take care of herself, get better, heal up.
So,
Shane, are you on a beach?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
just checking.
decided to broadcast live from a beach. I believe it's in Mexico. They don't
okay.
tell me where I'm going. They
Did
just
you
fly
get,
me out
did,
there.
did- I was like, did you get drunk and forget where you
Just
were?
wake up there. Yeah.
Woke up in
Like, oh,
Tijuana.
look at here.
Opened up the
Hey.
laptop and said, "Let's go."
Right? No, so on that note,
We're all glad he's wearing a shirt.
I am not. I want to throw that out there. But if I read that correctly, didn't it say that was a well, I won't say temporary, but it sounded almost like it wasn't necessarily a permanent
It
thing?
didn't necessarily sound permanent. It said indefinite, so maybe someday.
We can hope, right?
Hopefully. Yeah, no, she retires and we're still stuck with Tank. I'm not sure how
mean-
that would happen. And he has his teeth in. Yes, you're right.
So that almost didn't happen, but I got it. I didn't get it.
We told you that's a must. If you're going to be on my show, you have to have your teeth
I'm
in.
aware. That's why I made sure they were glued and I hauled it downstairs. Okay.
All right.
All right. So
gentlemen,
we're going to move on.
Yeah.
We're gonna-
So guys, it's
What?
December.
What? Yes.
It's December. Christmas is coming up.
The
Oh,
Jolly
boy.
Fat Man would be sneaking in your
Santa-
house, and I don't mean Tank.
Santa's on his way, and it's that time of year that we put together our Christmas wish list for Santa. What this is each of us was asked to come up with 3 people who are not currently active on the WPW roster who we would like to see show up in 2021, if we get to wrestle in 2021,
Good luck.
in a WPW ring. So, Tank, would you like to go first?
Yes.
Sure. I'll help you out here.
We're
To be
high
fair-
tech here. Ready?
We'll help you remind you.
To be fair, I came up with this earlier and I found it. We're good. We're golden.
All right. I got you. All right.
are we
Number
doing
one
these
on your list here.
Are we doing one at a time? How are we doing
Yeah,
this?
one at a time.
Okay. So the first one that I came up with, I'm assuming you're going in order as which we talked about it earlier, right?
I believe so.
Okay,
Well,
so
Why doesn't he show the picture and then we talk about it? How about
that's
that?
fair. Yeah, that works.
that'll work.
Jesus.
There's
Okay,
your
so
first pick.
we were going in that order. This gentleman, if you are not aware, he wrestles
A
by the
midget?
name
A female midget?
of, also accurate, but no. The very large man whose
Oh.
shoulder she sits upon. His name is Brad Crawford. He did wrestle for us once.
He
a while
has,
back.
he has been in a couple of matches for WPW.
He was. I know one was
I
at
thought he was
the.
in the Grand Brawl most
He was.
recently.
I think he was in the Grand Brawl recently. If that is correct, and I think the other match I do remember was the Chester to the Popeye
Hey,
Popeye Festival.
the Popeye
Yes.
Festival last year. That was, I think, the first time I got to physically see him wrestle. And I've had a lot of conversations with this gentleman, and I'm a big fan of his. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he brought this up to me because we talked about this a little earlier. I got to work with him in IWA the one time I did get to work there. If I'm not mistaken, he had mentioned that. So that may be accurate or inaccurate. I'm not sure. But the dude has, for lack of a better, I think he has it. I think he has that intangible factor of just being able to mesmerize a crowd as he comes down the ramp. I've been a fan of his work since since I've seen him, and I would love to see him back in a WPW ring sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think you got some good points there. To me, Brad Crawford's one of those kids that he's still fairly young in the business, and I think he's one of those guys that once he figures out who he is in the ring, once he figures out how to be comfortable in the ring, I
Yes.
think things are going to start clicking for him. I think he's going to find success. I think he's still
yeah.
trying to figure out who he is.
And I think, I don't know, and I should have asked him when we were talking earlier. I don't know how long he's been in the ring, but I don't think it's, as you said, I don't think it's terribly long, and he's still young.
Yes.
And he carries himself with a lot of poise and a lot of qualities that I think a lot of the veterans would be proud of, just from the
absolutely.
few experiences that I've actually had with him.
All right, Tank, next.
So the next gentleman on my list is probably the most
Ugliest guy on the list.
That's probably accurate,
Oh,
but
Tank likes him.
he's probably also the most insane dude I have ever been in the ring with. And that's saying something because I shared a ring with Morbid.
Strangler.
A lot.
In case people don't know who this is the Strangler, Roy Lewis.
Roy Lewis. He wrestled for ACW. He's wrestled. God, he's wrestled all over the place.
For Harley Race,
WLW,
SICW, for many different promotions.
Yes.
He is a mean, vindictive. He enjoys torturing people in the ring.
So one of the matches that I got the pleasure of seeing of his was a casket match. Obviously not last Halloween, but the Halloween before.
Guy Smith.
Yes, Guy Smith, and that was when that match was done. The casket was absolutely destroyed, and he laughed about it the whole time, and I was like, man, his promos are just second to none. This is a guy that has figured out where he wants to go and who he is and what he wants to do and knows the direction he wants to head. So yeah, he is definitely up there on my list of people I'd like to see come back into WPW.
Hey, Playboy's watching. Hey, Playboy, how you doing, buddy? Hey, throw any comment back up there, Shane.
Any comment?
Just pick one.
Pick one.
Just pick one. Hey, the show's a million times better. Tank's covered up.
Oh God.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right. So then your last pick is one that people in this area might not be extremely familiar with, but they should be.
Chris Thomas. He is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Shane, the current IWA World Heavyweight Champion. Is that correct?
Yes.
I got
IWA Productions.
IWA Productions. Sorry, I forget there's a word there.
There's just several different promotions
and
that use those initials. And
I've seen that.
Is what
and
differentiates it.
That's fair. I got the pleasure of working with this gentleman once.
Ooh.
Whoa! All right.
Gentlemen, we'll get there.
I think we're gonna go back to that.
So this gentleman, I got the chance to work with one of the times I was in working with IWA Productions. This guy is, in my opinion, probably one of the best wrestlers, not only on the independents, but that I've ever seen in the ring. He knows how to work a crowd. He knows how to go out there and he'll make you like him. He'll make you hate him. He'll go all the way in between. This dude, I think anywhere you put him is the main event. That's just my opinion. I am
Absolutely.
a very, and I've only seen him a handful of times, but I'm a very, very big fan of this gentleman. And I do think that we should, personally, since Halbert has no control, I think that if there's anybody on this list we should pull in, it's Mr. Thomas.
I couldn't agree with you more. Absolute top-rate talent, somebody who has spot appearances in WWE. I didn't know if you knew that.
I did not know that. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Nothing permanent, but some guest spots here or there.
Yep, I have to agree with Playboy right there.
He's about as liked by the crowd as Playboy is.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably love the guy then.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you probably would.
He is a member of the Memphis Kings. He travels a lot down in the Memphis territories.
So is that a basketball team?
Absolute great talent.
Yes, like I said, of all the people on my list, if I could pick one person and go, this is the guy I would build around, it's definitely him.
All right, Mr. Halbert.
Why
boy.
not?
I you want me to go
last.
Yeah, I think in this case we should definitely let Halbert go last.
All right. So I'll go next. All right, my first pick is somebody who it might be a little bit of a reach to bring in, but I think we could use a little bit more competition in our women's division, and that would be the daughter of the legend Terry Bam Bam Gordy. Yeah, Miranda Gordy. She is active in the independent scene. She's active in the Midwest, and keep the comments.
Wow.
Yes, I have to agree with Playboy.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
But I think as far as somebody who could come in and give Miss Hyde a run for her money, I think that Miranda Gordy would be the person that might just be able to take that belt off of her.
That's a good possibility.
Yeah. And I mean, I love a woman that could kick my ass. So I mean, there you go.
All right.
Oh,
My next choice is no stranger to the people of this region. And he's somebody who I don't know if we could ever see in this ring or not, but I know that it would be awesome to see. It's none other than Ricky Cruz.
Hey, I've heard about that guy.
Yeah, he's an international wrestler, wrestled all over the world, lucha superstar, area superstar, absolute top-rate talent. And I think he's a guy that could come in. He could give Playboy a run for his money. He could give Reed Rain a run for his money.
I think he could give anybody on that roster a run.
He's an immediate top of the card guy.
Oh, for sure.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who's that?
Ricky Cruz. You ever watch the TV show The Goldbergs?
Yes.
Tank, you know where I'm going with this one?
I think so.
He looks like the dad's brother. He was also in The Walking Dead in the last few seasons. I can't think of the guy's name. Give me a second. I'll pull the guy's name.
Oh, my gosh. No, I agree with everything you just said, Shane. I have not had the privilege of getting to work with him, but I know a number of people that have. And he is – I've never, ever heard anything bad about him. His in-ring work, his demeanor, everything top to bottom is – I don't think there's anything in the world that anyone would say that was bad about him.
No, absolutely not. I think it'd be a great addition to WPW. And, hey, it's my wish list to reach out to Santa for. You never know.
There you go.
All right, my last name is no stranger to WPW. He's a former WPW champion. He is a Hall of Famer. He is none other than the Searcher.
Hey, what's that very large man behind him?
That would be his former tag team partner, Scar.
Guy looks, God, he looks familiar.
Yeah, that's the best picture I had of the Searcher. You know, he is as outgoing of a guy as he is. He's not real fond on taking promo pictures.
No, you wouldn't.
Reaching back into the archives, it was a little bit difficult to find something quality for that reason.
So before you go on, because obviously I think you probably have a little more relationship with him than I do, but I want to take 1 minute, and since you brought him up, of all the people, a lot of people have issues with him, and I can see it. However, that dude, the Searcher, who also, ironically enough, does own and run ACW.
Absolutely.
Did give me my first shot as a ref. It was a triple threat match with Ruby, I believe Scar, and I don't remember the third man. I should, but I don't. And he gave me that opportunity, so for that I am forever grateful. I've had a number of interactions with him, most of them positive. A couple of them caused me to poop my pants. He's
a man with a strong opinion who's not going to hold back, and that's going to cause some conflict sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
You're not going to find anybody that's not going to. He's going to shoot it straight with you, whether you like it or not, and that's going to cause some problems sometimes. But you know what? His friends would jump off a bridge for him, and that's all I need to know.
Yep. Nope. And he's, like I said, I couldn't say enough nice and or bad things about him. Like I've been on both sides of this fence. I'm glad he's on your list for sure.
Let's see here. I figured out who I was talking about. The guy's name is Dan Fogler.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if I can.
Yes.
Get a glare. That's who he kind of reminds me of.
Gotcha.
God.
Apparently, someone thinks he looks like Negan. I don't think he looks like Negan.
No.
No.
He did win. That's
Rick
fair.
Ruby, yeah. It was Marcellus Knight, you moron.
Oh,
there you go.
That's fair. Jeez.
There you go.
I should know that.
All right. That's my wish list. Boss.
And saving the best for last here.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I just want to go, let's touch on Ricky Cruz versus Playboy would be ratings and money. We should book that. We should book that.
That would be money, definitely.
There's a couple others I glanced over. Butcher versus PT. Michael Lilly wants to ref that one. We need an unbiased referee on that one.
Then you wouldn't want Michael.
Sure we would. All right. So here's my list, and my list makes the most sense because it's my list.
Which is about the entire existence of your life.
What?
Exactly.
Okay.
Don't nod.
Anyway,
Doesn't make
go
any
ahead,
sense.
boss.
So, local. I mean, he's pretty popular everywhere. I mean, I can't imagine him going to any of the promotions around here and him not, wanting to whoop everyone's ass. The one, the only Wicked. That man. Yeah, he scares me. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dude, he's nuts.
He's intense. He is intense. You want to talk about Searcher making you poop your pants? I mean,
Yeah.
he was probably chewing your ass out for something you did wrong. Wicked made me just about poop my pants just from talking to him.
Yeah, he's
So
insane.
yeah, and I'm fairly positive we've seen Searcher and Wicked go head to head numerous times, and I want to say Wicked's usually the one that's come out on head on that one.
Ooh. He's for the win.
Hey, breaking news: we're now hiring for a new sound technician. So if you're interested, hit me a message. Okay.
Took Wicked out of WPW. He's finished Playboy.
Well, and
All right.
he did too. But I mean, that's something I would love to see back. I mean, if we we ever get the
right.
chance to.
Mr. Halbert, your
My
next
second
choice.
one.
This is going to be a popular one.
Yep. The one, the only P.T. Beckham.
Dun, dun, dun.
So,
Somebody who seems to court some controversy. He's been very outspoken about his desire to get into it, especially with one, the Butcher Damian Blade. Has had some quite colorful comments to make to Blade on line lately, amongst others.
and let's not. It's just not Damian Blade he's going after. I mean, he's going after Ricky Cruz, Johnny Rocco, Jeremy Lightfoot. I mean, he's going after the vets in the area. He's controversy creates cash.
He's stolen Randy Orton's moniker of Legend Killer.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh yeah. So
Wow.
he's got his Legend Killer World Tour. He's wanting to put on himself, and I am 100% behind it. I may be in talks to maybe have a new client in my rankings. We're gonna see, but
Oh, his wish list is his clientele wish list to put more money in his pocket.
I mean, what are you talking about? That's not true at all. It's all for the fans.
That makes sense. No, I see. That actually makes a lot more sense now.
But I mean, seriously, I mean the dude. Yeah, you're welcome for that little tip, by the way. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at his video from the other day.
Oh my gosh.
Someone put in a special little phone call to him. But anyway, yeah, I mean, he's up and coming superstar. He's gonna be the who we're talking about. Greatest people in the area. P.T. Beckham's who we're going to be talking about soon. You've got a lot of the has-beens he's wanting to take out now.
I do like that. I do like
So,
that.
There's somebody
we'll
looking to
we'll
hire
talk
your
morbid.
services.
We'll talk. Let's see what Dale say. If he did come to WW Halbert, you could bring him into the Halbert. Oh, of course. Why wouldn't I? I mean, I'm all about bringing in talent, real talent. So why not? But yeah, I think the business is passing by some of those old farts, and you know what? P.T. Beckham is going to be—he's the man. He's going to be the man. Mark my words. He can go anywhere and be champion.
All right. Well,
I
this
can
is
agree with
going
that.
to be interesting, especially if all of these people were to sign with your company, because the number one person on your list.
The Butcher, Damian Blade. Because I mean, honestly, if I'm going to bring P.T. Beckham in, I might as well bring the Butcher in. I want to see this match, and I want to see them beat the living hell out of each other, because it's
If you
going
do
to be
that,
a great and a brutal match.
If you were still boss, which you're not, but if you were, and you were to make that match, there's no way it could be a regular rules match. It would almost have to be a killing room floor match. It would almost have to be anything goes.
It would be the Escape from Skull Canyon.
Oh,
That is the only thing that would be able to contain those two.
Guys,
And
if you
that
don't
still
know
might
that-
not even happen.
If anybody out there doesn't know what the Escape from Skull Canyon match is, it's the most brutal match I've ever seen. It is a cage made of barbed wire, not barbed wire on the cage.
No. There's
The
no
walls of the cage are barbed wire.
legitimately made of
just
straight barbed wire.
The ring is filled with weapons. It is
the
brutal.
last time we had one of those matches. I got in that thing before the show because we test it to make sure it gets put up right, and I stood in the middle of that thing. That is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen at a wrestling show, other than Tank with the shirt off, changing.
So in that note too, I had the pleasure, if that's the right word, of refereeing.
Oh no, you drew the short straw.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to get taken out.
Oh, and I did actually. I
Yes.
did by one Mr. Winchester, but I was in the same boat. I was in the middle of the ring before everyone was there, and that eerie feel of that cage. Now, a lot of people talk about Hell in a Cell a lot, and I think that this match carries that same weight.
I think
It is.
because we've obviously never been in a cell. I think just the size of that is what everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, I mean, it's dangerous. There's no way around it. I mean, you get slammed to a chain link fence, that's gonna hurt. You get thrown into barbed wire, that's gonna be a hell of a lot worse.
For sure.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm assuming he's talking about Damian Blade there. The one who did back in Japan in 01. He's been making
Assume
a lot
not
of
me.
that's what I'm saying. Beckham, a lot of people are not liking this attitude. He's not showing a lot of respect, and a lot of people
Well,
like to
you
take
know
some shots
what?
at him.
You know what? I mean, respect goes both ways. If people aren't going to show him respect, I don't blame him, because it's my moniker in life. Obviously, I'm not going to just give you respect because, hi, you've been doing this for 25 years. Oh, you've never done anything else? Okay. Good for you.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Wow. Yes, I like this idea. I will.
God, I don't like that one.
I like that. Let's do that.
No,
I'll ref a shirt. I'll ref a shirtless match.
No.
yeah,
So
we want.
anyway.
I think they want people to buy tickets to that, so I think the management
God.
might say no.
But I mean, let's go back and talk about Blade just for a second. I mean, he's done it all in WPW. I mean,
Yes.
he formed,
absolutely.
he was part of the Fallen. He was the leader of the Legion. I mean, he was world heavyweight champion. I mean, his group had all the gold at one point in time. He was world champion. Uriah was U.S. champion. Victor Cortez and Scar were tag team champions. I mean, he led the group several years ago. And then when the Fallen showed up, I mean, it was basically the Legion, only not as ugly. Well, Searcher was in there, so I guess it was uglier. But the same basic group. And I mean, he was a part of that, and they ruled WPW again. So if Damian Blade, if you're looking for representation or looking for a group, hey, call me. We could be the dominant force in WPW again.
Oh, PT Beckham, I know what time you're at the bus stop in the morning with your boys. That's a little personal there.
Whoa, yeah, that's
wow.
You're talking about a time
Stalker.
when Blade was a little bit more human. He's gone a little psychotic these days.
Yes.
I don't know if it's safe to have him around.
It's weird because with Damian Blade, the more weight he's lost, the more psychotic he's gotten.
Yeah, no, I got to agree with that. I have to
All
agree
right.
with that 100%.
Gentlemen, good discussion, but we're a little behind our time, and we've kept our wonderful guest tonight waiting long enough. We need to get to our guest interview tonight. I think that's what everybody is on here to see and hear from, not to hear Halbert ramble on and on and on.
Like
What?
he does.
Oh, whatever. Everyone's on here to hear me talk.
No, no,
As the
I'm
voice
not,
of WPW, you all are all blessed to be listening to my voice right now.
I'm not here
No.
to see you at all.
With no further ado, I'd like everybody to welcome our guest tonight, none other than Maddie Lee Exodus. Maddie, welcome.
And stop.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
That was amazing. You were able to say that without your mouth. Are you ventriloquist?
Wait, you can't hear me? Wait.
No, we could hear you. Just for some reason, your screen froze, so we heard you without any movement. Didn't know if you were like showing us another side of what you could do there.
Jeff Dunham
I
and
am
Jeff
extremely
Dunham.
Giving Jeff
talented.
Dunham some run for his money. Maddie, welcome. Thanks for joining us
Good
tonight.
Lord.
So happy to be here.
So, what have you been doing? You've decided that for health and safety reasons, you're putting your wrestling career on hold during the COVID crisis. What have you been doing to keep yourself busy?
So this is something that obviously needs to be addressed. So I'm sure with a lot of people following me on my Facebook page, I have recently gotten back in contact with my dad. So this is crazy because I started going through some wrestling memories a couple months ago, and I was like, oh, I love looking at this stuff. Well, there was a letter from my dad, and 21 years of my life, I've never known him, and we've shared a locker room together, which was crazy because I've spent all this time, just without a dad, and it's just like crazy. So I eventually got into contact with him and I talked to him about it. And I'm sure a lot of you know him. And once I say it, everybody's going to either jump out of their chairs or they're just going to be like, what?
Shane, isn't it?
No. You guys did
range,
mention him earlier, though. My father is Jeremy Lightfoot.
Really?
Another a very well-known St. Louis area wrestler, potential Hall of Famer someday. That's amazing. Did
It's
not know
crazy.
that. Yeah.
So we had gotten back into contact with each other, and when I first started working in the independent scene, I was doing the cruiserweight division and everything, and we shared locker rooms together, and I never expected anything different from that. And so when I started getting these letters and I started posting videos, everything, it was just like, what? Like, and I didn't know if I wanted to tell everybody at first because a lot of people were out for my dad's head. Everybody's out for his head. Everybody's after him for something. They have unfinished business. But now I'm part of that business, and I'm sure that a lot more is going to unravel from that.
Wow. I don't know what to say. That's an exclusive here that I don't think any of us expected to break.
Yeah,
on the show.
no,
Thank you.
not at
Thank you
all.
for sharing that with us.
No.
Well, I mean, you want to start the podcast off with a bang, So I wanted to bring a big surprise in, and I've been kind of waiting to say something more publicly than anything.
Oh, wow.
So
Well, thank you.
Well, glad we were actually able to give you that platform.
Yeah. But now, I mean, now
Now
that's
Jason
out there.
wants to change his wish list, and
well, for my Christmas wish list, I asked for a pony, and I never got one. So, but hopefully this year.
I think that's something to talk to Chris Exodus about.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna
Jeremy's got a long Christmas list from like forever ago. He owes me a pony. I'll just ask him for one.
I'm going to steal Halbert's thunder here because we had this discussion last week, and I feel like I want to ask you this. Exodus, plural. Is it Exodai?
Is it Exoduses?
Exoduses, Exodai? How do you spell that?
Exodus? Like, oh my gosh.
Well, her name's there, but if there's more than
Exodus.
one, so if we're like, it's
tag team, is it Exodus, Exodai, Exoduses?
so if we're like, hey, over there in the corner, those are the Exoduses. Because me and my wife, they're the Halberts. Tank. It's the tanks. The Joneses.
Usually,
so is it
everybody
Exodus?
that does that,
Usually
Exodai? That everybody does that is like, oh, there's the Exodus family. Like, we've always done it like that. I never thought about how to do it plural. I would just assume Exoduses. I cannot talk.
I like Exodai.
Yeah,
Exodai.
You come back to our locker room, it's gonna be Exodai. So I'm just saying,
because the Exodus family sounds a little too Manson-y.
And it sounds too, no offense, regal.
Regal.
I don't know.
It sounds too proper for you. It's okay. Oh my God. What in doubt, pinky out.
So now that everyone knows your dad, are you worried that you're just gonna come up just short with his expectations?
Wow.
I laid some money down with somebody that there was going to be at least one short joke coming from Jason Halbert. Yeah, you owe me, Tank, because
Jason, I would love for you to get in the ring with me. Just you. He can off to the side and not even pay attention to what's going on. But I'm sure that you can't take me at all. No, and just because I'm small, just because I'm short, and just because I'm a lady doesn't mean anything. I can.
Everyone wants a piece of me, whether it's a guy. Sorry, I don't swing that way, or the women. So just get in line, Toots.
Maddie.
There's a height requirement. You have to be at least 5'1" to ride this.
Maddie, can you actually move in the ring? Because if you can do that, you automatically win over Halbert.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no
Hey,
doubt.
I can move just fine.
No, I've seen the way your knee buckles when you cough the wrong way. That's inaccurate.
What are you talking
All right, hey,
about?
we have a question here. Michael Lilly, I have a question for Maddie. With Lightfoot being her dad, what's her thought of PT's comments on her dad? Another local area wrestler that PT Beckham has gone after.
Okay. So with the comments I've been seeing about Jeremy or my dad, whichever one you want to prefer him as, I think PT's scared. All of this talking on the internet, it's all on the internet, but let's see how he acts in person. I'm
What
just
happened?
saying, I mean,
Face-to-face?
due to COVID, nobody can do shows right now or anything. I'd like to see this in person actually happen. You know,
Against who? PT against them all? He's going to whoop them all. So, I mean, it's not an issue at all. I mean, just stand in line. It'll happen. He's going to whoop the crap out of your dad. He's going to whoop the crap out of Blade. He's going to whoop the crap out of O'Shea. He's going to whoop the crap out of everyone. So it doesn't matter.
Okay. I'm just going to say it like that because wait until Lightfoot gets in. You're going to be proven wrong and you're going to feel real sorry. I'm just saying, you know, I'm trying to be as nice as possible on this podcast. But the thing is, though, is that you're hyping up a man that is just talking on the internet and I haven't seen him in person in a long time. He may not have it like you think he does.
Well, I'll tell you what. You want to see him eye to eye, get yourself a couple phone books, and then you can see, you know, stand eye to eye with him and talk to him, and you'll see what he's about. But until then, yeah, that's two. Until then, I mean, just, you know, go away, go back to your cruiserweights, and I mean, or better yet, why don't you just go sit in the crowd?
Better yet, we should get a cruiserweight division.
Hey, I don't.
That was a question I had, Maddie. What's your aspirations for success in WPW? You've done some tag team work. You've done some women's division matches. You've done some mixed tag. What is it you'd like to do in the upcoming years once things get rolling again?
Truly, I want to shoot for getting the women's title. I've never had one, and I would love to have that. But the other thing, too, is I want to start another cruiserweight division. I was in a cruiserweight division years ago. I want to start it all over again. And I think it would be a great, vital piece to the show. I think cruiserweights are so important. And to me, it's, you know, it shows that these small guys that some people just don't believe that they can do it, they can. They truly can. You know, I'm 4'9". I'm 96 pounds, just to put that out there. And I've wrestled people bigger than me. Ivan and Savage is a great example of that. They were huge. They were huge.
I believe they picked her up by her legs and like just kind of dangled her.
They did. Yeah, they did.
So, I mean, cruiserweights, I mean, that'd be fine. Those are the short matches of the night.
You know, all
all
jokes aside, you know, you do know what you're getting into when you talk to Jason, so you got to ignore a lot of what he says. But
hey, she's the one that wanted to come on the show.
All jokes aside, a lot of pro wrestling is trending in that direction of the faster, lighter, more agile wrestlers. So, you know, I don't even know if a division is necessary. You're seeing a lot of those same types of wrestlers capturing heavyweight titles, world championships, tag team titles.
What's the division?
Dog in the fight.
What's the definition of cruiserweight nowadays?
There really is
225 and under.
Yeah,
I think the last definition that we got down when we had the cruiserweight championship in WPW, the AIWF World Cruiserweight Championship, the weight limit was 225.
Yep.
So I mean, really, there's a good amount of our roster that would, you know, fit right in.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes. I mean, you could be, you know, the size, your height, Shane, but as long as you're under that 225 mark, I mean, it doesn't matter. So, I mean, I would like to see. I would almost like to see someone of that stature in those matches just to see what the hell they can do. Like Johnny Rocco, I think he would fit in that.
Lance Ronan.
He'd be pushing it. Yeah, Lance Ronan, perfect example. I mean, the dude is tall. And going up against someone like you, Maddie, I mean, that would be... I mean, first off, that would be great because I'd love to see you get your ass kicked by Lance Ronan. But second off, I mean, it would be just amazing to see what kind of an offense you could mount against someone that tall. And not even necessarily you, for instance, just someone of your stature, your height. going up against someone that tall.
She'd climb him like a spider monkey.
Facts. That's straight facts. And that's the thing is that,
Speaking of that,
I've wrestled people bigger than me for years, and everybody's bigger than me. So there's never going to be somebody.
Most toddlers are taller than you.
As I said, you have to ignore a lot of what he said.
I don't want to laugh, but my toddler
is
is
cutting me off. Are you going to keep cutting me off?
Ooh.
I mean, you're on my show. Go ahead.
You're on our show.
I'll let you talk.
Yeah, our show. What? No one.
Their show.
Cool? You want to see something cool? Shane, do your magic.
Oh, we can do that.
What magic?
We can do
can't
that.
do it.
There we go.
There you go.
All right,
Maddie,
now
do you.
there we go.
Bye-bye.
So now it's a little bit better. We'll leave him on ice here for just a little bit. So Maddie, there was a little comment I want to go back to from Shane Petrovich, otherwise known as PT Beckham. Said we come from the same place. I'm not all talk. Obviously, he's referring to a wrestling federation that has garnered a lot of love, a lot of hate, a lot of talk. The one thing that's good in the wrestling business is that they're talking about you. And of course, I'm talking about CHWA. Give me just a little bit of your feelings on it. It's been officially shut down now, correct?
Correct.
So, this was a project that was very close to you and Chris. Tell us a little bit about it.
So when I started, I was actually like one of like 3 other ladies on the division, the ladies division. And as the years had gone by, our division had gotten bigger, and I was the lead for them, and I was giving them advice. I was a big part of it. Every single weekend I was with these girls. I would spend a lot of my time. I'm actually in college, so I was spending a lot of my time doing college work, but then on top of that, I was answering phone calls about wrestling questions, everything. So, and it really made me feel like that I had this super big purpose, and wrestling is my purpose. Like, I feel like everything that I've done with the Kara Queen Club, everything in between with that, it's made me who I am. And losing that, it tore me apart, because it was just one of those things. Like, COVID really hit everybody hard. Like, I first had lost my job, and then on top of that, I just couldn't go to public college campuses anymore after that because of COVID. And then I wrestled on the weekends. I was like, well, at least I have that. And then I didn't have that. And I still keep in contact with the division that I had, but it just doesn't feel the same as it did.
If somebody's watching this and they're not familiar with CHWA, CHWA stood for Cottage Hills Wrestling Association. Cottage Hills is a town in Illinois, and the people who started it all come from that area. Maybe not that specific town, but in that area. It is now, I'm an old guy, so don't be offended by this, but it was a bunch of younger kids who loved wrestling and wanted to be wrestlers. And it started in the backyard. Am I incorrect in stating that? And over time, it developed into a more of a legitimate wrestling federation now, because of its origins and because of some of the places that some of the wrestlers came from. It did get people who didn't like it. It got people who criticized it. There was a criticism of lack of proper training, of a lack of proper care and effort. But from my experience seeing it, the people who were with it, the people that they were performing for, the fans that came to it, they enjoyed it. And to me, that seemed to be all that the CHW performers cared about.
That's all we cared about.
If you go back and watch some of that stuff, those fans they treat it as if it were as big as a WWE show. I mean, they were diehard fans. I mean, we've got our diehard fans that are, same thing. But I had no clue it shut down.
Yeah, and it was definitely something that I took really hard. That's why a lot of my social media for a long time was just absolute radio silent, because it was something that I had just recently moved to this state, and I had a hobby before, I started wrestling and everything. And I had met my now fiance, Christian, and Chris Exodus and I, we just were a team ever since day one. And it was just something that I fell in love with. And I fought my parents on it. I fought my family on it. Like, a lot of people, like my friends even, they were like, why do you want to do stuff like that? It's not, you know, something that I'm interested in. I'm like, it's not about you. It's about what I want to do. And I'm proud of where I came from, no matter if it was the backyard or if I jumped on a trampoline and I posted videos on YouTube every week and I looked silly in a pair of basketball shorts and a striped t-shirt. It was just more as if I was enjoying what I was doing. But I can appreciate how much improvement that I've had. And, you know, I can still like think back to the day, like my first day. And now, like, I am so proud of myself and so proud of the people that have came through there, through our, you know, through Cottage Hills Wrestling Alliance, because those people have improved. Those people are now independent workers. They go to other federations. I'm proud of them because they have molded themselves into somebody that everybody's going to love. And they're going to be big, vital pieces to shows. And I'm proud of me because, you know, when I was 16 years old, I didn't think of the Killer Queen Club, but when I started getting older and I started getting that exposure to the independent scene, I was like, I want to make the Killer Queen Club. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I started learning more and more and more. And the criticizing that everybody gave us, it was just more of like fuel to the fire. Like, I'm going to keep doing this no matter what anybody has to say to me about it, because I want to do this. And then I started, you know, taking myself super serious, and I was like, all over the place. I was working at different shows and everybody was calling me and saying, hey, we want you on our show. And I was like, absolutely. And I started taking seminars, and I took a seminar last December with Brutal Bob Evans. And it's just really molded me into somebody that I can be proud of. And Maddie Exodus is like somebody that I've always wanted to be. And that's who I am. And I'm proud of that.
I was going to say, from where you started at and what what you guys had built to doing some work with Brutal Bob Evans and wrestling a mixed tag match against Savannah Stone and James Brady, to being a cruiserweight champion yourself in RCW, you've accomplished a lot.
That was such a dream. That was, oh my gosh. I remember when that show got booked and I had heard about that, and my heart was about to beat out my chest because I was like, this has been something that I've been dying to have. Because over time, while I was on social media, I found out who Savannah Stone was. I met her in a locker room, but we weren't booked together. She was booked against somebody else. And I started watching her videos, and she was young like me. And, you know, she was so professional. She was so sweet, and she just knew what she was doing. And I met her in person again last December, and we were actually working together. And I felt like a huge anxiety attack coming on with that. And then I went out there and I was just like, this is really happening. Like, I worked so hard to get here, and now I'm here. And how much better can this get? And after that, everybody started calling me like, oh, we want to have you on our show. Would you be willing to come here? Would you be willing to come there? Would you want to be on a podcast?
So that was after your match in December? You're welcome then.
That was one of the shows that he was still in charge at before he got fired. Did you know that he got fired recently?
Yes.
He's no longer the CEO.
Good.
What she
All
said.
Right. Bye-bye.
Maddie, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, I got a question for you. We got something to get to here. Would you mind sticking around and joining us with this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
all right.
Lord.
So,
I'm so scared right now.
Gentlemen.
Oh, God.
You know, our intern Wapo.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, God.
He's dug into the archives a little bit. You know, last time Wapo found some things, WPW wrestlers had gone out into doing some remakes of movies and TV shows. That's not all the talent that they have. We have some musical talent in our group as well. We have some cover bands that have come out. First and foremost here, there's some old timers in the group who are fans of Kiss and have done a Kiss cover band.
So we've got BioShock,
Wapo,
Jose,
El Magnifico, and Scar. Oh my God!
So they apparently went out and redid a cover of the Kiss Destroyer album.
Is Scar still alive?
I've never seen him. Like, I haven't seen him for months.
He has not been around WPW for quite a while.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's still alive.
They killed him.
Next, we have some WPW talent who are huge Weezer fans,
Oh Jesus!
and they are here's the Weezer tribute band.
I'm just saying. I will
Oh my
always say
gosh.
this: that mustache is automatically the winner. That mustache is automatically the winner.
I can't right now.
You have Uriah Elazar.
I love Weezer, and this is so bad because I'm on a Weezer album, and I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, I just made a music video last week with Chris Exodus for a song that we made, and I'm like, and I kept telling him like, oh, I feel like we could make a Weezer album, and Christian was like, no, absolutely not, and now we're here.
Well, apparently you just need to hook up with Keith Smith Jr. and Uriah and Hawk.
Hawk Elliott, yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
God.
Great job, guys.
Jesus.
You know, hold on just a little bit, Maddie, because you might not be done yet. Anyway. All right. Next, I think this might be pushing our RPG limit a little bit. Now, this is a band that I'm not real familiar with, but apparently PYT are huge fans of,
Oh,
and have
good
gone out to do a cover of has anybody ever heard of a group called Manowar?
Yes. Oh God.
They went and redid the Manowar anthology.
Oh. Oh my God.
Y'all,
Wow.
I'm so red in the face.
Wow.
I can't breathe.
Y'all wish you could look that good at Blondie's age.
Yeah, you can see why Reed's.
You know, and let me tell you right now, that's an unedited pick of Blondie right there. So
Such a bad image. Like, I just feel like I'm gonna see them in the locker room now, and they're gonna be like, "Hey," and I'm gonna be like,
hey, Maddie, I just want to point out, every time you close your eyes now, you can't unsee Virgil.
All right. How about a little bit slowed down, a little bit more mellow. The smooth sounds of Savage.
The Violators. Recorded live at the Open Face Sandwich Club.
like, he's just.
Savage
I feel like,
Violator sound.
I think there's a I think that's against health code violations on that
I
piano.
feel like he would, in the locker room, he would be like, "You like jazz?" And I would be like, no, thank you. Now who's?
All right.
I'm sorry, but who's the lady that is on? Like, is like looking
I
at
don't-
him, and I would.
I don't think
You're gonna have to ask Savage that. We're not sure.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Guys, it's the Christmas season. How about some Christmas music?
Oh God.
Sweet Lord.
Johnny Rocco sings the songs of the Silver Mountain Mafia's managers, Mistletoe and Moonshine, the ultimate Christmas edition.
I love it.
God.
He kind of looks like he has an elf hat on. Like,
He does.
that is
Yeah.
a very tall. That's a very tall elf.
That's a very tall elf.
All right.
God.
He looks so mad. He's just like,
How about this in the Christmas spirit? Judging Exodus. Night Christmas album.
why? Okay, but the thing is, hold on.
I love how Chris.
The denim jacket and then the flannel. Like, if you guys have not seen the link that is going on Facebook right now, the song that we just made, like, we were wearing like the same color flannel and like the denim jackets, and I'm just like sitting here and I'm like, why am I having flashbacks? Like,
Chris's face goes, I walked in on a secret and I know things.
no, and he does that all the time. He'll like open the door. He's like I'm surprised he has not walked in here yet to be like.
And the judge just kind of looks like he's the guy that was included in the band that's not sure why.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right. He's like, why are these kids underage? They told me other things.
He's got connections with management or something with the band. That's why.
That was the worst thing that I ever dealt with, though. Like, everybody thinks I'm just a child, and I'm actually 21 years old. That's another thing, too. We were talking about underage. Somebody was saying the word underage, and I was like...
That was me. All me.
Everybody
Kyle-
says that
Kyle
I'm like,
likes
I look like I'm
underage.
12 years
Whoa,
old when they meet me in
whoa.
person.
I said Kyle, not Tank.
Guys, save the best for last.
Oh, good
Oh
God.
boy.
Oh no.
WAPO has gotten into the music business.
Oh god.
WAPO is a huge Nirvana fan, and he decided to do a tribute to the classic Nirvana album. Nevermind. I don't know if Jason's edited for the show. And if you can't see that, he's swimming after a 10% off coupon.
Oh my god.
All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks to WAPO for digging up that wonderful musical ability of the WCW roster.
Oh, why? Okay, hold on. Can we have a petition right now for 24 hours? 24 hours. Can we
Hey,
have?
that's all means it's time to go.
I want that.
That's
as
all.
a-
We have to wrap it up for the night.
I want
So,
that as a tone. I want that as a
yeah,
picture.
thanks for tuning in, everyone. we,
24 hours. Put that as our
No,
profile.
we'll be we'll be here again next week for you. Hopefully. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me turn this down for a second. Who's on our show next week?
I
Shane?
don't even remember anymore.
Do what?
I don't even. Oh,
Isn't it Damian Blade?
It is
Damian
Damian Blade.
Yeah, so join us next week. We'll have the one and the only Damian Blade on the show. That's going to be interesting, let me tell you. I can't wait to see that. So, yeah, and then we've got sponsors, so if you want to get in touch with our sponsors that someone's supposed to throw up, I mean, he didn't, but that's cool. We'll do that next week.
Hold on. There you go.
There we go. For all your $5 jewelry needs, go see the Duke and Duchess of Bling. $5 paparazzi jewelry. It's some. My wife loves the stuff. I hate it because it's only $5, so she justifies it by saying it's only $5. And Cindy's Glamorous Nails, Color Street. That's the nail strip stuff. That again, my wife loves that. I hate it, but she's like, but honey, it's only $11 and it lasts forever. It does last forever,
Forever
I guess.
being a
I don't know. Huh?
Forever being a week.
Yeah. And then if you like stuff that smells good, so the opposite of Sherman Tank, Scentsy is right up your aisle there. Sarah Lopez with her Scentsy sales. Now I will have to say this: they do have some cool Star Wars and blues stuff right now. So if you like Star Wars, if you like the blues, if you like the Mandalorian, hit her up. She's got some cool stuff. Now go back to the other screen that says we'll see you next week, because we will see you guys next week. Thanks everyone for joining.